friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you another pregnancy update. This will be for weeks 29 to the 32 weeks 4 days, so I'm gonna go to 32 weeks. We'll do the 32nd week too. But anyway, if you guys want to see what's been going on with this large bump, stay tuned. Okay, the first thing I want to update on is the thing I talked about in my last update, and that is the abnormality they found on the ultrasound about, I think it was my 28-week scan. I had a second anatomy scan done and they checked, and my OB said it looked a little bit off, so she referred me to a specialist, and I went ahead and did that about a week later. And good news, he said everything looks great. Like, it could have just been maybe a shadow or, you know, not really entirely sure. But good news is that there's nothing wrong. He said in his 30 plus years, he's only been wrong one time. So hoping that, you know, we're good to go. But everything looks good, everything checked out. And I got to see little miss a little bit more. I'm going to insert a picture here of what the 3D picture looked like. Next update is I did get my Tdap shot, I believe it's called, and that's just pretty standard. I do all the vaccines and all the shots and everything that the doctor recommends, so if you are against that, I'm sorry, not sorry. I did get that done, and it didn't really hurt. My arm was sore maybe for a couple days afterwards, but you know, I want to protect me and the baby, so there we go. And guys, don't mind my crazy hair today. Look at that. Man, it is what it is. As my shirt says, namaste in bed. I love this shirt. I feel like it's so fitting for me now. I'm always so flippin' tired or sore or something's hurting, you know. Anyway, all right, next update is, I think I mentioned in my last video that I was going to be doing the gestational diabetes test. I did do my 1 hour test and I actually failed it. I did not fail that with Finley. The normal range is between 70 and 140, whatever that means. And I scored a 146. So my doctor did want me to do the 3 hour test, which was so annoying, you guys. I understand why though. So I'm glad I did it. And I did do it about a week later, and I think it was in my 30th week I did it. And I did pass it, thank goodness. So with the 3 hour test, if you guys have never done it, you have to fast all night for 12 hours. Or fast for 12 hours period, depending on when you're taking the test. Once they take your initial blood when you get there, they have you drink another drink in 5 minutes or less like you did the first time, except it's a little bit more thick, more sugary. I personally didn't think it was that bad. So you have to drink within 5 minutes, and then every hour for 3 hours they take your blood. So you get poked a total of 4 times, which was not fun, but the girl that I had was awesome. And I just went in the waiting room and was there for about 3.5 hours, 3 hours, 15 minutes or so. Watched YouTube, you know, just hung out. But the good news is I did pass that, so hallelujah for that. Next thing I'm gonna update on is my weight gain. I have still only gained 8 pounds this whole pregnancy. I've kind of evened out the last month. I haven't gained any weight, which is great. I mean, great for me. My baby is completely healthy, little Allie. She's completely healthy. She's actually measuring almost 2 weeks ahead weight-wise and just like measurement-wise. When I had my last scan at 28 weeks, she was already 3 pounds, 10 ounces, give or take. You know how those scans can get. But I'm not surprised that she's a little bit bigger because Finley was almost 9 pounds at birth, so I'm not too shocked. But yes, I've only gained about 8 pounds this entire pregnancy, which is very exciting for me. And with Finley, I know I mentioned this before, I gained 3 pounds my whole pregnancy with him, and he was a very happy, healthy little baby. The next thing I'm going to update on is my heartburn. You guys, it's killing me. It is way worse than I remember it being with Finley. I remember it being bad with Finley, and I only remember that because I would get up in the middle of the night and cry, and that's pretty much similar to what I've been doing lately. So when I went to my last OB appointment, she recommended that I start taking Pepsid, and I started taking that about 4 days ago, and it was a game changer. It's amazing. I take it at night every night, and I've only had to take Tums one time because I forgot to take the Pepcid the night before. So I ended up taking it in the morning the other morning, and yeah, Pepcid, it's awesome. And it's saving my life, so that's very good. But yeah, as far as the heartburn goes, it has been killer. The last update I'm going to talk about is an induction. So with Finley, I was induced at 41 weeks, and I had him the next day. And my doctor did give me the option to be induced at 39 weeks. And I know that's a little controversial because it is before my due date. But with how I've been feeling lately, I'll kind of be surprised if I make it to 39 weeks. I just been like, everything hurts, like way worse the second time around. And my doctor did say, my OB did say, like, it's always hurts worse the second time, which makes sense. Like, going down the stairs isn't just uncomfortable at this point, it actually hurts. So I'm just over it. Like, my crotch feels like it's gonna fall off all the time now, and I'm just pretty miserable. And when it comes to induction, the pros are outweighing the cons for us because my husband is a full-time firefighter. So with his schedule, if we can get a scheduled induction, then, which we are going to do, he can swap a shift and get more time off, and we'll know when it's happening, and that'll help with Lucy. We have a dog. We have a 1-year-old German Shepherd. That'll help with Noodle, maybe having our neighbors come and feed him and stuff while we're in the hospital, and also especially Finley. That'll help Finley get comfortable at my in-laws, and he loves going there, so that's definitely not a problem. But just like the transportation to and from there will be settled and figured out, and then my in-laws will know when he's coming, and he's gonna be staying for probably like 3 days, so it'll be good to know when it's gonna happen. And that was a positive of being induced the first time around. I'm actually not upset I was induced the first time around. Like, planning was great. We got to enjoy the last day together, and we went out to dinner, and then we went into the hospital that night, and it was just like a really nice thing to know when it was gonna happen. So I am going to opt to be induced if obviously I don't go before 39 weeks. But yes, so she will induce me at 39 weeks. And my next appointment is next week at my 34-week checkup. Today, I'm 32 weeks, 4 days. My next appointment is on the 25th of July. I'm recording this on Monday. You guys will be seeing this tomorrow. So another like week from the day you're seeing this, I'll have an appointment. I think it's on that Wednesday or Thursday next week. Not sure. I think my next appointment, my doctor did say we'll definitely talk about that, get it scheduled, you know. Because I told her in my last appointment last week, I was like, I am miserable. Like, I went from not that bad to like, I want to be done within the last couple weeks. It's just escalating so much worse. And like I've mentioned before, this is going to be our last child. So I'm a planner. I like to know when things are happening. And that'll give me time to prepare myself, get everything ready. If you guys can see, we have the Halo bassinet back here. Some of her clothes are washed, Allie's clothes. I've already washed all the clothes, all the blankets, everything I've already washed. So now I'm kind of in the process of just wrapping up like what we all still need. I'll be 33 weeks on Thursday. So, you know, it could happen in the next month. So I want to make sure I have my ducks in a row and get those last minute items that we need. So an induction is definitely going to be the path we take. And like I said, with my husband's schedule and Finley going to my in-laws, they live an hour away too. So everything, it'll just make my life easier, and it is what it is. I think that is all the updates I have for you guys. The Tdap shot, gestational diabetes, abnormality scan, Pepcids, scheduling induction. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the bump now. All right, guys, here it is. This is, try to get my current back here, the bump. I am pretty large, as you guys can see. Like I said, I'm 32 weeks, 4 days. And this is what it is looking like. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pregnancy update if you've been following along my journey so far. Noodle didn't want to make an appearance, I guess, this time. He's staring at me on the floor, I know. Thank you guys so much for watching. And going forward, I am going to update every 2 weeks, I think, unless something crazy happens, which hasn't been really happening. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.